So I was asked to break down the most important subjects to me about the close, which I absolutely love. I actually broke it down to 8 subjects. First one being make a friend, make a sale. I always tell setters the power of notes for a lead is everything. A lot of times, those notes are what ultimately help make the sale and make that friendship immediately. So, as soon as I pull up to the house, I'm digesting those numbers for 10 or 15 minutes. I'm digesting where their sun hours are. If they're on the back of the house, I'm mentioning that. Most importantly, any objections they have that I read in the notes, when I sit down with the customer, I'm going to hit those objections before they even ask them. And they don't know that the setter gave me notes. So it creates just an unbelievable friendship right from the beginning. So when I go in the house, I sit down. I always ask to take off my shoes. Customers love if you respect their house. It's the number one asset in their portfolio. So when I sit down at their table, I give them compliments always on the house. And I literally say, Mr. Customer, before I open up this iPad, I want to spend 10 or 15 minutes, explaining myself, RDX, why we're preferred in Texas, why we're one of the top rated solar companies in America. If you have any questions or concerns about solar, I promise you I'm going to answer them in this presentation. If you want to tell me a few of them right now and really want me to concentrate on them, I will. The numbers is the easy part. If I just showed you the numbers, you would say, Solar Greg, this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? So the good news is I don't do many of these sits anymore because I'm managing and recruiting, but you got the boss here. I've been doing this for years, and I know what customers really need to see and hear to get them comfortable with this process. So I'm going to, really explain with these pictures and this extra 20 minutes I spent in the home versus an average rep, going over the billing, the technology, the warranties, what separates us from them, and ultimately, why you want to choose us as your solar provider. So I'm going to touch on my kids. I'm going to ask them if they have kids. I'm going to talk about their military service, if they've been in the military. The customer first buys you. Then they buy the company. After the sale, they buy you again. That's why we have to do touch points multiple times through the sale to ultimately get glass on the roof. It's vital. And you have to show them you're not a salesperson. You're someone that cares. You're there to help them add equity to their home, help them own their power versus rent it, help them save the environment. And they need to feel like they can trust you through this whole process. Ultimately, it's so important. That's why when you make a friend, you make a sale.